Bruins alumni today, number 17, Rich Downey. He's excited for this dream opportunity to play goaltender for the Boston Bruins alumni. Please welcome number 1, Stephen Lucy. 2 very special guests all the way from Nova Scotia, Canada. As you know, every year Nova Scotia gives Boston the Christmas tree, and they sent us these 2 guys instead. First, he's from Halifax and representing Lucette Brewery. Please welcome number 34, Ken McCormick. From Windsor, Nova Scotia, and Long Pond, the birthplace of hockey, he makes hockey sticks, he goes pumpkins larger than anybody here, wearing number 8, Andrew Dill. Next up, he played at Boston College and was elected to their Hall of Fame in both baseball and hockey. 3 years with the Boston Bruins. Today, he's their youth hockey ambassador. He's our assistant captain, and he's going into today's game with 155 consecutive games scoring a goal. We call him the Bomber, number 17, John Sumgett. Next up out of Boston College, 10 years in the National Hockey League, 6 with the Boston Bruins. A 2-time Stanley Cup finalist, he played 3 years with the Boston Bruins and defeated them with an overtime game-winning goal. Today, the executive director of the Boston Bruins Foundation, an organization that raises millions of dollars for charities all over New England. We call him Swoop, number 20, Bob Sweeney. On defense, an All-American out of Norwich Academy. He played 4 years in the NHL, all of the Boston Bruins, a member of their 1988 Stanley Cup Finals team. From Stoneham, Mass, number 21, Frank Simonetti. Next up, out of the University of New Hampshire, an All-American who played 11 years in the NHL, breaking in with Philadelphia, playing with Pittsburgh, New Jersey, and as a member of the Boston Bruins, he was a 1990 Stanley Cup finalist. But today, we know him for 2 decades of excellence as a color commentator on NESN broadcasts of Bruins hockey games. We call him Brick, number 25, Andy Brickley. A first-round draft pick by the Hartford Whalers. He was a member of the 1984 U.S. Olympic hockey team that played in Sarajevo. He played 4 years in the NHL with Washington and the Boston Bruins, wearing number 27, David Jensen. Out of RPI, where he won the national championship, he played 8 years in the NHL. In 1990, as a member of the Boston Bruins, he was on their Stanley Cup Finals team and won the 7th Player Award when he collected 17 goals. It's number 31, John Carter. At forward out of the University of New Hampshire, recently elected into the New Hampshire Hockey Hall of Fame. 4 years in the NHL, 3 with the Boston Bruins. He had 21 goals in the 83 season when the Bruins has the best record in the league. He went on to coach at the collegiate ranks for 2 decades, including the University of Maine, UMass Lowell, and at Northeastern University. He won NCAA Coach of the Year, number 32, Bruce Crowder. Next up out of the University of Maine, 8 years in the National Hockey League, an All-American who was drafted by the Boston Bruins. Twice in his NHL career as a defenseman, he had 10 or more goals. He was also a 3-time member of the U.S. national team. And like Rick, you can hear him in his 2nd decade of excellence as a color commentator on 98.5 The Sport Hub, Boston Bruins Radio Network, number 34, Bob Pierce. And finally, a first-round draft pick by the Boston Bruins. He played 14 years in the NHL. The former captain and coach, he played in 3 Stanley Cup Finals and coached the Bruins to a 4th appearance in 1988. He's their all-time leader in overtime game-winning goals and also their all-time leader in penalty minutes. Today, his number 24 is retired by the team. Please welcome the one, the only, Terry O'Reilly. Our general manager for today's game, 14 years in the National Hockey League, 12 of the Boston Bruins. He collected a hat-trick in his first game, 1,000 career points, a 3-time NHL All-Star, and 2-time member of Team Canada. We call him Nifty. Please welcome number 16, Rick Middleton. Our honorary another coach today. He was giving the Bruins a pep talk just before the game. Nobody coaches the way he does. Please put it together for John Dunleavy. The Director of Hockey Operations is Battleship Bob Cormier. Our trainers are Brent Walker, Mike Coley, and Alan.